Hi, I'm Colin Bocker. I graduated in 2019 with a bachelor's in film art and I majored in motion design. At the beginning of the year, I was the sole motion designer at a small marketing department for an online car dealership type company. However, because of how the world is right now, that company kind of went under. So now I am freelancing and have been posting online semi-frequently and just getting my name out there. Is the industry all I expected it to be? Well, yes, because of all the potential that you can see as soon as you get into it. However, a lot of people don't really understand what a motion designer is. They don't really understand the scope of your skills. So that's why it's very helpful what Open Window teaches. They also teach you the skills to be motion designer or whatever you choose at Open Window. But they also do teach you how to explain what you do and understand your limits and your scope, rather. I'm very heavily inspired by the things I watched when I was a child and still watch now, because who doesn't enjoy cartoons? But less cartoony, I've also been heavily inspired by Monty Python, so I will always try to put absurd humor or try to adapt their style or their critique and put it in all my work, because they pretty much raised me, other than my parents, of course. But I'm also a huge fan of anything 80s. Anything that falls in that aesthetic, I'm there. Whether it's the music, the bright neon colors, the technology, or just like the ridiculous machismo of the era, I'm on board. Well, eventually I'd like to help make Western animation get a more serious reputation. By serious, I don't necessarily mean dour and gritty, all of the things like that. I just mean legitimate. So it's not aimed at children purely anymore. Also, I'd really like for people to argue over how to pronounce my surname. Well, the highlight has been meeting very unique people at Open Window that I definitely wouldn't have met anywhere else. Also, I really appreciate being able to have created a short animation despite not having any of those skills 2-3 years prior. What advice would I have for a high schooler who needs to decide what to study? Well, honestly, I just tell them, do your research into what jobs may be obsolete in a few years because of automation and other factors like that. Once you've narrowed it down with that, then just go for whatever's fun and that you can take seriously while enjoying at the same time. Because what you study right out of high school doesn't really decide what you do for the rest of your life, but it will help steer you in a certain direction.
Hello, I'm Carla de Kock and I am an alumni from the Open Window School of Visual Communication. I completed my degree in film arts with double specialization in production design and screen acting. So I'm here today to have a little chat to you about my life in the industry. Well, I am self-employed and I started my business, The Fairy Tale Express, in my second year at Open Window. It is a character entertainment company for children, so we do birthday parties, shopping mall activations, school performances, you name it, we do it. The nice thing about our company is the fact that we are able to integrate everything that we've learned. And if I say we, I mean I have quite a few team members from the Open Window as well. We can integrate everything we've learned at the Open Window into the company. So this includes stage design, costume design, wig styling, acting of course for theatre and screen. And especially now with screen, with lockdown, we've had the opportunity to do homemade videos for the kids. So that was quite wonderful. Is the industry what I expected? Now, even though it is sort of my own business, the industry is better than I expected. I really do enjoy working with the children and being able to share this creativity and my love of the arts with them. And on the other hand, it's not what I expected. I have severe chemical allergies and I desperately wanted to pursue a career in production design, but it was soon stopped as I can get totally fumigated and not go on set. So if I wanted to pursue my dream in the industry, I had to make it my own, and that is what I did. Well, like I said, every single subject I have used. Although it's not only the artistic skill that they teach us and not just the subjects that we do, but also the fact that they teach us project management and general professionalism when it comes to working with clients. I think so often we get so much information while we are studying, we feel like we know everything and nothing at the same time. And now that I look back, I can really see how much Open Window has taught me. And like I said, it's not just what we do with pen or paint on paper, but just our general communication with the world around us and how we get to sell our service or product to the community. My career goal, I'm not allowed to share all of the magic just yet, although let's say hopefully 10-15 years from now, should Fairy Tale Express still be going, I would definitely like to look into more franchising opportunities if I can let go of the reins a little bit. And for the moment, I definitely want to expand on some more departments. We are starting puppetry, which is very, very exciting. So I hope that we can go into a more educational aspect with that, to schools and other public events. My highlight of my studies. Well, from an educational perspective, I definitely have to say that Open Window always had prepared lecturers. this is super important. I always feel that our lecturers were also extremely educated. So you could literally ask them anything and they would be able to answer your question. Not only were they very prepared for their lectures, it was interesting lectures, and then of course they had an interest in our projects and in us as people. And I think that is so important, because there are times during your studies where you are, demotivated and you don't feel like you're doing well enough. And yet our lecturers at Open Window, they just know how to give you that boost and self-confidence that you need to continue with your projects. What advice would I give to students deciding on what to study? Research, job shadowing, and holiday work. With your research, if you have at least 3 different industries that you want to go on, or 3 different options you have, research all the subjects that you could possibly find, as an umbrella term under those degrees or qualifications, because sometimes there might be a subject that you didn't even know existed, and that exact subject can be your calling. So I definitely would say research, and then before you commit to the industry, just do yourself a favor and take the time to job shadow or find a holiday job in the industry, so that you know that this is what you want to do. And if possible, go to more than one campus or more than one company and find out what the people say about their daily schedule, and if that's something that you would want to do. Especially with the art industry, it's not just a 9 to 5. It is a I don't sleep for 3 days sometimes industry, so just be 100% sure that that is what you want. Anyway, I hope it helped, and it was lovely chatting to you. Bye!
Hi, my name is Shanae Ikeman, and I'm a third-year screenwriting student at Open Window. My experience with the industry is pretty limited, but Open Window lecturers have been in the industry for years. Through them, you learn what to expect, you learn what the future could possibly hold for you, and they can send you into the industry with the knowledge they know you need. Open Window is unique in that students get the opportunity to do practical learning, and we tend to have a very hands-on experience. We're able to come into the field with abilities above and beyond what's expected of us. There's no better way to be thrust into the industry. I've been heavily inspired by the LGBTQ movement in South Africa of late. Although not quite a trend, it does reflect a forward movement in South African film culture. Through this, we know that new filmmakers and screenwriters have been more diverse than ever. I think every creative would like to have the freedom to experiment and find a place within their field. But I can truly say that the idea of making storybooks and creating and writing storybooks and fostering the creative mind of a child fills me with joy. Open Window is unique in that it truly offers students the opportunity to grow and learn amongst people of their own kind. The friends made today are the ones that shape your ideologies and philosophies later in life. The mixture of creative people in a creative space can do wonderful things. Follow your passion. The creative industry is so broad and diverse that you can truly add a piece of yourself everything you do. There's always a market for creative because the world needs us.
Hi there, I am Carmen Seersink, a final year interactive development student in the School of Interaction Design. Having a vast imagination and being a people-oriented person, I've always been drawn to creative fields. Growing up in a digital age and seeing the potential technology has to empower people has in particular been exceptionally fascinating to me. Consequently, I knew I wanted to pursue a career that has the potential to challenge my creativity while granting me the opportunity to invent pioneering and meaningful products. As a minimalist, I'm extremely inspired by ultra-minimalism, heavy but simple fonts, and immersive experiences. My ultimate career goal is to make a positive impact on society by finding innovative ways to make products more efficient and effective. I would want to work for a company that values teamwork and is mission-driven. My dream career is one that would challenge me on an intellectual level and allow me the opportunity to utilize my problem-solving skills. There are so many aspects of my studies that I fully enjoy. I especially enjoy how multifaceted the course is. As technology is continuously evolving, so the course is constantly progressing. This excites me, knowing that I have the opportunity to be part of this change. I also love creating experiences that have the potential to empower lives. If I could give a high school student some advice, it would be to constantly broaden your horizon by doing research and exposing yourself to new technologies, opportunities, and possibilities within the industry. Engage yourself in conversation that stimulate new ways of thinking. And lastly, don't compare yourself to others, but rather learn how to compete against your own abilities.
My name is Josh and I'm an interaction design major in the School of Creative Technologies. Let's get on to the questions. Alright, so who or what ignited your passion or interest in the field that you are studying? So about 4 years back, I was on a trip to Durban and I bumped into this guy who was studying at Open Window at the time. We sort of got talking and he told me about creative tech and like how multidisciplinary it was, from like tactile objects to digital products to sort of the whole like faculty and the different facets that the school had. And this sort of sparked my initial interest in studying and specifically within the field. And I sort of like looked at more research and I found out all it has to offer. And what really excited me was all these multiple like approaches we had and that you can take within the field of study. Within the year, I think I applied to study at Open Window. So I've been heavily inspired by the tactile medium, specifically with things such as lino cutting and wood cutting, as well as traditional illustrations. It's really like, it sort of interests me a lot with how these traditional mediums can be taken onto the digital format and just see how this meaning is conveyed. I've also been inspired by things such as Japanese graphic design and even things all the way onto contours on maps. It seems strange, but I really find the consecutive lines really pleasing, as well as like it has like a really interesting rhythmic pattern to them, and this has really inspired me, and sort of I've taken this approach within my design and seen how I can translate these elements. Well, quite simply put, it's to me to make some sort of positive change on the world, not just for the people, but for the world holistically. So for me, when the effort pays off at the end of the term, all of the work that you put together, it's a really gratifying moment where you can reflect and look back at this thing that you have made. That for me has really been an exciting part of the whole journey. Not to mention the people that I have met on campus and the lecturers and the people that we have engaged with. We sort of share or have experienced this collective inspiration that we've drawn from each other. And that's also been really amazing to be a part of. Well, what I would say is don't look at it as something that you need to study. Think of it as where you want to be, sort of in the future, and see education as these like various avenues of exploration that you can take to sort of achieve your goals. There's not always one singular method to reach your dreams, I find. So there may be in some instances, but specifically within the creative industry, there are sort of multiple avenues or routes that you can take to achieve whatever or reach your dreams. It's sort of rather your different experiences make up who you are, and this is sort of what shapes what you want to do as well. It's not everybody who knows fresh out of the trick what they want to do. And yeah, I think that's everything.
Hello, my name is Baba. I'm in my second year of varsity and I'm studying towards a degree a qualification in film arts, a Bachelor of Film Arts, and I'm majoring in production design and motion design. So what inspired me to take production design? I had a drama teacher that always encouraged me to do what I love. And I really love drama and I really love art, but I didn't know how to combine the two. So my substitute art teacher told me about Open Window and what their production design module or major has to offer. And it's honestly the best of both worlds because I get to create art for drama. I really love using my hands. I really love making things, making clothing, making costumes. So with production design, I get to do all the things I love. My ultimate career goal is to be a production designer or set designer, part of the art department of a film set or film production, as well as a theatre company or a theatre production of some sorts. I really love what I'm doing. I really love what I'm studying. I really hope I get to do this every day and get paid for it. So one of my highlights has to be, without a doubt, the satisfaction I feel when I hand in or when I complete an assignment. A lot of the things we're doing for the first time, and sometimes we stumble through, but we learn new things along the way. And getting something right, making it look really good, feels really, really good. So advice that I would have for a high school student that wants to do this: do not let your parents force you into doing something or studying something that you don't want to study. Yes, we need more teachers and doctors and nurses and lawyers, but we also need more storytellers and artists and creators and musicians. And if it's something you want to do, you should do it.
Amen. Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I am a student advisor at Open Window Institute. We are registered as a private higher education institute with the Department of Higher Education Training based in the heart of Centurion, Tshwane. Open Window is a leading design institution focusing on visual communication, creative technology, digital sciences, with 14 specializations in fields such as game design, 3D design, film and production, animation, screen acting, photography, sound design, interaction design, and many more. It can sometimes be a daunting task to figure out where and how to start your journey in tertiary studies. From sending through your application and portfolio, applying for funding, and choosing what to major in. We focus on you and your specific goals for the future that will help you achieve success beyond your studies. And you don't have to walk this journey alone, as I will be there to guide you every step of the way. It all starts with the informative career guidance interview and needs analysis session. And you can just rock up with your amazing unique self and fire away those burning questions to me. Hate theory? Don't worry. At Open Window, we are 80% practical, which means that you will have more time to focus on your specialization field and get industry ready. Unfortunately, we are only able to accept a limited number of students annually. So let us help you before spaces fill up for 2021. Are you ready to start your journey with us? It's time for you to shine. We are here to help you create, invent, and to explore your talents. Feel free to contact me on the details below.
Are you interested in the creative arts and the digital world? Apply at Open Window by following these easy steps. Step 1. Inquire via our website, social media platforms, or give us a call. One of our student advisors will get in touch with you and schedule a career guidance interview. Step 2. Once you have met your student advisor at the career guidance interview, he or she will explain the ins and outs of the process. They will require certain documents such as your ID, recent results, and your portfolio, which is optional. Your Open Window count will be calculated using your recent results. This will help you find what you qualify for. We have various financial solutions available, so inform your student advisor if required. Guidance on which equipment to purchase for your studies will also be provided. Would you like to stay closer to our campus? Not to worry, accommodation assistance is available. Step 3. You will then receive confirmation that your academic results are successfully vetted. An application fee of R1,750 will need to be paid to secure your space with us. Once this fee is paid, you will receive an email stating that you have been provisionally accepted at the open window for 2021. Last but not least, you will receive guidance on planning your enrollment deposit to complete your registration process. Remember, create, invent, and explore your world by applying with Open Window today.